You know, I think about the definition of a goal. And some people say it's when you score in soccer, and they're right. That's just not our definition of a goal for this scenario. Another definition is the object of a person's ambition or effort, you know, and Napoleon Hill said a goal is simply a dream with a deadline. And I always ask people, how many of you set up goals at the beginning of the year or just whenever? How many of you write them down? How many of you review them daily? Accountability. I remember when I was going through the stuff this year, I went back to my why episode on the compression podcast, saved it, and I listened to it every single morning for 60 days straight. To try to reconnect to why I'm doing what I'm doing, because the going is going to get tough. Two reasons that I think people don't stick to their goals: lack of clarity and no system for accountability. And the lack of clarity piece, man, is so important. So many people just go from the loudest to the latest and just kind of running around and doing all of these things. But
firefighters.
Yeah. And also the piece around, if you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there. You got to have a map. You got to have a massive action plan, a map, and you got to have the GPS that we've talked so much about here. And even if I don't review that GPS every single day, the work that I did doing that is where the goal is created. And I think goals are great. As a matter of fact, I think they're incredible, but only when you actually achieve them. And my favorite quote around this is Dwight D. Eisenhower: "Plans are worthless, but planning is everything." I think, though, what he meant is there's a very great distinction between, because when you're planning for life, you must realize that life is unexpected. Therefore, it's not going to happen the way that you expected it to. But going through that planning process gives you the clarity to stay on track.